3 specific goals or areas of focus that have your name on them. Family planning, I know. But what were the others? I was talking before we met about just your hand in getting this place built and the foundation building itself. What are some things that you can look at and say that was me?
Bill and I made an explicit decision after the foundation was going about, 7 or 8 years, that we would never split. Bill does this and Melinda does that. Every decision about whether we go into vaccines or family planning or polio is made jointly as a couple. So the things that I'm most proud about are our work in vaccines, and that is the root of the foundation. I love that the institution we've set up with our partners, the Vaccine Alliance, it's saved over 6 million children's lives since 2000.
Cut childhood measles deaths by 74%, near eradication of polio.
That is a piece that I'm really proud that the foundation and we started. The family planning work I am particularly close to and particularly proud of as well. And then the other thing I'd say I'm most sort of proud of or excited about is, or the piece that I guess I would say touches me all the time and that I try to bring back specifically to the foundation are these many, many, many opportunities I've had in the developing world to sit down literally on the ground on a piece of cloth or a mat with women and families and talk to them about their lives. And when you do that, it changes your experience of the world. I carry them in my mind. They're my sort of North Stars.
Yeah.
Sort of my constellation is probably the right way to say it.
What about you? What do you hope to accomplish in your own life? Do you want more travel or less? Are there personal goals you want to meet? My sense is that you're at a turning point in your career and your life with your family and the foundation.
I want to be known as an advocate for women and girls. And the reason for that is I see a future where the world is more equal for women and girls than it does today. That's what I would like to leave behind for my son and my 2 daughters. It's a conversation we have a lot at home. In fact, we just had it over spring break with our son and his best friend, the 15 years old who are on the trip, and our daughter who's 12 and her friend. I think we're not there yet as a world. We're absolutely making progress, but I want that progress to go much, much faster for women all over the world, because when you empower a woman, she changes her entire family. She often has control of the finances. She's often the one who makes the decision about who eats first and last in the household. She's the one that usually is saving for the school fees or the health emergency. Sometimes she's supported well by her husband, and in many situations she will tell you she is not. And so if you can empower her, you empower her entire family. And that unlocks a village, a community, a town, a city, and a country.
That's where your passion is.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how has your day-to-day, I want to talk about the kids a little bit. How has your day-to-day changed now that the kids are older? I know that you are at a time now where you have a little more freedom. Jennifer's going off to college, I assume, and Rory's in high school, and Phoebe is
Middle school.
I mean, they're at a time where they're not letting go completely, but you have some more time to yourself. How has your day-to-day changed with the kids older? Because I feel like I can feel a shift in what you're doing. Your profile is rising a little more.
I can come in and put in a full workday because the kids also have their own activities after school, their own hobbies and athletic pursuits, etc. So I do have more time to be here. And every now and then, even like this past Friday night, Bill and I suddenly find ourselves at home alone.
There's nobody home. I know.
Because at the last minute, all of a sudden it's like, oh, we're home alone. We have a 10 o'clock pickup from a dance, but wow, what are we going to do tonight?
So what'd you do?
We watched a movie.
What kind of music do you like? What do you listen to? Do you go to shows ever, or do you do?
Yeah, I just took my daughter Phoebe and I went, because this is her music, but I actually love it. We went to see Meghan Trainor down in a tiny little venue down in Portland, Oregon. It was really fun. We had a blast.
You have to go to Taylor Swift too,
I have not been to Taylor Swift, but we went to Katy Perry as a family last September down at the Tacoma Dome.
Really?
All of us. It was supposed to be Phoebe's birthday gift, but then I was kind of like, oh, Jen wanted to go, and then, oh, Ray wanted to go, and then Bill's like, well, I'll go. So we all
really?
went. Oh, yes.
Bill Gates at Katy Perry.
Yes.
Last question. What are you doing on Mother's Day?
We're having dinner on Mother's Day night.
Good.
And I don't really know what else is
don't
planned.
know what else is
That's a
planned.
good thing about Mother's Day,
Yeah,
right?
it is. Yeah, it's like, well, you know, I'm a pretty easy person.
Last year, Phoebe made me a fresh, we were down in California, and she made me a fresh squeezed glass of orange juice.
Aw.
And I thought, what a phenomenal Mother's Day gift. It was
That's
great.
all I need. That's all I need. Okay, my friend, that's all I have.
All right,
What a
thanks.
pleasure and an honor.